welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Tennessee Titans. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
They'll begin on the ground here with Evans. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Ready up. Ready?
They'll start with Davis Price on the ground.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Another big gainer, 2 in succession, as this one goes for 32.
They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And
he rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks were...
That's caught inside the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. For Zach Wilson, you have to figure if you're going to be drafted number 2 overall, you better have a big arm, and he does not disappoint there.
Yeah, boy, that was something to watch, wasn't it? How about the way these guys came out here in the first quarter? They really put their stamp on this game early with their play calls, and they certainly look good so far.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Hunter Bryant, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Here we go.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Titans. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line.
On the return, Johnson. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete.
Second down, here's Davis Price.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
The Titans at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Ultra.
Davis Price once more.
And he stopped immediately there. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
The Lance going to throw.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal, but
A little bit short. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Davis Price gets this one out of the gun.
And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Waller. And the Titans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Here we go. Smith ready.
They'll run with Davis Price.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Lance going to sneak it.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play.
Lance going to sneak it.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old...
And it's a Titans touchdown.
Ty Davis Price. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Wilson.
Got his man. It's Bo Melton.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia.
So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
To throw again on second down. Lance. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Here we go.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tap at you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. DK Metcalf, 48 yards.
And the Titans have taken the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go play action with Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hand off right side, Davis Price.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action.
Throwing is Wilson.
He's able to find Melton.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. And now here's another interception.
And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Ty Davis Price
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw is Wilson. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Henry. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Evans. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Titans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 2nd down and 4, Lance. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him did win a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. They'll give this to Davis Price running right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And Lance now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. To Henry. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now it's Wilson. Finding Samuel. They find some open field here. Curtis Samuel, touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Santos with the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. .90 ticks to go. Still time, but they need this onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here. Down inside the 40. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Davis Price. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. This to perhaps salt this one away. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Finding room at midfield, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Pass complete across the formation to Melton. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
One last shot for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be.